Well, good morning, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from beautiful, cold, and rainy San Antonio, Texas. The second most powerful, passionate, purposeful coach and speaker in the world. You're not overwhelmed. You know, I hear this often. May I just share one simple thing with you? You know, one of the reasons that my heart dug into leaning into becoming a coach with a proprietary system and model for executive performance, which basically means helping people to achieve and accomplish their goals significantly quicker without sacrificing their health or their family or their spiritual life or their relationships in the process. You don't want to just have a ton of money and just have a crappy life. Does that make sense? So I began this discipline because of the benefits I received from this discipline, and I would like to share a few of those things with you. You know, limiting beliefs. They're just limiting beliefs. There are beliefs, and I know, here's the funniest thing about limiting beliefs. You are probably saying, well, I don't have any limiting beliefs. I don't have any blind spots. The whole definition of blind spots is you're blind to them. You don't see them. And you definitely have limiting beliefs. Get this, I don't have any limiting beliefs. That's a limiting belief. Otherwise, you would be exactly who you intend to be. You would be doing exactly what you intend to be doing. You would have exactly the amount of money in the bank that you intend to have in the bank to be able to give and serve and help others or get whatever crap you want to buy. You would be living your very best life with zero potential left over if you didn't have limiting beliefs. Everybody has them, and we all work through them and struggle, but you have the opportunity to be part of conversations like I hope you enjoyed this morning when it comes to shifting your paradigm and changing the way you see things. There's an old saying, change the way you look at things and the things you look at change, and that's what I intend to do today. Father of 7, married 26 years, fiery Latina wife, couple businesses, and I'm telling you, if there's anybody that can make excuses, it would be me. Excuse number 1, this is a bonus for you. Well, I just don't have time for that. Yes, you do. You do have time for it. It's just not a priority. What are you talking about? Well, you make time for things that are a priority, but that's not today's subject. Today's subject is this. You are not overwhelmed. If you find yourself having this thought in your head, it doesn't have to ever be there anymore, because I'm about to give you a pattern interrupt that will help you and assist you moving forward so that that is not a limiting belief for you. I just feel overwhelmed. I just feel overwhelmed. Now, I'm not saying you don't feel overwhelmed. What I'm saying is you lack this discipline. I'm about to give you this discipline. I'm about to help you. But let me tell you something. Again, just like the guy who walks into a gym and wants to lose weight and looks at the coach and says, do those machines work? Will that universal bar work? Will that sit-up machine, does that sit-up machine really work? Does that squat rack really work? Bruh. Of course they work, but it's going to be your booty sweating on it if you're going to get results. Fair enough? You're not overwhelmed. You know what discipline you lack? You lack the discipline of when you hear that thought, oh, I'm so overwhelmed. That's when you go, hold on a second. Coach Steve told me what I need to do in this moment. He's trying to help me. When I'm giving you really good help, I eliminate the L. You don't even get help. You get some help because I'm going to help you. And here's how we're going to do it. When you feel that sense, I'm overwhelmed. All you have to do is say, Coach Steve said I'm not overwhelmed at all. I just have not invested the time to write out my responsibilities into my schedule. Let me say that one more time for the full effect, ladies and Geminis. There's nobody here. I'm at a 4-way stop. Don't anybody trip that I'm looking at you right now. How you doing? You're not overwhelmed. You simply haven't invested the time to write down. But I use my, don't do that. But I use my, don't do that. Write it down. But I'm so modern, I'm paperless. We'll get back to paper. Sucker, let me tell you why. Because the latest research and findings are showing this. Because of our prolific use and connection to technology for all things, telephone, emails, text messages, swipe, look. Our brain has gone yada, 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 yada. Our brain has yada, yada, that stuff. When you grab a pen and paper and write down, your brain goes, whoa, buddy, what is he doing? He's got a pen. What the hell's going on with this guy. We better pay attention. This must be important. He's writing it down. That's why I tell you to write it down, because it shifts something in your brain that attributes a higher value and retention when you do this. You're not overwhelmed. You simply haven't developed the discipline of having a pattern interrupt with Coach Steve saying, aha, Coach Steve said I'm not overwhelmed. I just need to invest, not take or spend. I need to invest. Investment yields a return. Investment yields a reward. Investment brings back to you a multiplicity. I just need to invest the time to write out my responsibilities into my schedule, to give myself an appointment to execute those responsibilities. Well, Steve, it can't be that easy, can it? Sugar pie, honey plum, it's as easy as losing weight, you know? Just eat less and work out more. It's as easy as building wealth. Just spend less and invest more. Simple, maybe not easy, and yet you now are without excuse to fall victim to the limiting belief when you feel overwhelmed. Because now you have a new pattern interrupt. You have the voice of Coach Steve in your head, what will say, you're not overwhelmed at all. It's time for you to invest the time into writing down your responsibilities into your schedule. You don't have a schedule? That could be part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? This is probably part of the problem. Is you don't have a schedule, because there's a saying that if it's not in your schedule, it doesn't exist. You're just winging it. Or as my mentor Zig Ziglar would say, you're a wandering generality. Anything can happen, anything can come, and I have a general idea where we're headed, but I'm not quite sure how long it'll take to get there, if I'll even arrive, but I'm sure as hell gonna have some fun on the way. I get that. Trust me, many people live life loosely. You don't have to. If your goals are more important than living life loosely, you can focus your attention on a few specific things that will give you significant momentum towards your goals. The tool, again, I leave you with today, for those of you who have just joined us, you are not overwhelmed. No, you're not overwhelmed. You just haven't developed the discipline of when you hear that thought or feel the feelings of overwhelm, you haven't developed the discipline of investing, not spending, not giving, not taking, of investing your time to write in your schedule. Oh, by the way, you need a schedule. Yeah, it's going to help. Write in your schedule your responsibilities so that you will now have an appointment to do the things that were flying around in your head, causing you that sense of overwhelm. If you like what you said today, please mail your $10,000 checks to Steve Collins in San Antonio, Texas. Look me up, you can find or you can just enjoy this for free. Now let me end by saying this. Angela and I are working on a series. If you know anybody who could use this, feel free to share it. We're working on a series, we've just about finished it, that will be launched by the end of March. It is a marriage and entrepreneurship seminar. It's going to be 8 different modules, 8 different times. You'll get to spend time with Angela and I live to show you how you can prosper significantly in your business as an entrepreneur while not causing your marriage to be placed on the altar for sacrifice as you are operating in your business. You will have the ability to build a very strong and powerful relationship while you are building a very strong and powerful business. That's going to be coming. Ladies and gentlemen, you're not overwhelmed. You ain't overwhelmed even a little bit. You just haven't developed the discipline to write out your responsibilities in your schedule. Have a great day, guys.